breaking news,
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
world news, sport, music, and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
With one song, with one voice, we're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours.
Good morning. You're welcome to another session of the Business and Life series. My name is Aloore and I will be the one who will be taking this series this morning, this particular session this morning. We're transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat, Agodi, Ibadan. And as usual, our social media handles are on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio. YouTube, just search for Aloore Radio. Our website is www.alooreradio.com. And our mobile number is 090-3985-3731. I'll take that number again. 090-3985-3731. This morning we'll be talking on a very interesting topic. And I mean very interesting topic. So it has been titled Digital Transformation for Businesses. But I dare say this morning that digital transformation can actually be implemented in any organization. So whether it's a business organization, non-business oriented organization, as long as it's an organization, digital transformation can be implemented there. But this morning we want to maybe kind of limit the scope to businesses, and we want to try and see, so what are first of all, we will define what digital transformation is about, because it sounds like big English, but it is not. Okay, so we'll try to define what digital transformation is all about, and then we will see what the pillars of digital transformation is or are, and we will also see apart from the pillars, what are the building blocks, what are the things you need to build digital transformation on, and then we will see the benefits. What are the benefits? What are the benefits? And then, of course, there's no way we'll talk about digital transformation that we will talk about the challenges. There are a number of challenges with digital transformation. So we will look at what the challenges are, and then we'll see whether it's the benefits outweighs the challenges, and what are the reasons why we need to start considering digital transformation from now on. Like I always say on this program, that we try to tailor everything we speak about to small businesses and medium scale businesses. So whether you are a one-man business, whether you have just 2-3 people working with you, whether you have 10 people, 50 people, 100 people working with you in your organization, or whether you are a full-scale, medium-sized business, you can benefit from all these topics that we look at, all these things, issues that we deal with on this series, on this program. So, without wasting our time, I want to get to try to define, try to explain what digital transformation is all about, and so that we can be on the same page, so that we can understand what is it really, because it sounds like very big English, but I'm telling you, it's so simple, so easy to understand, and so easy to get. So I have 2 definitions here, and the reason I did these 2 definitions is so that I'll put in enough clarity. It will be so clear to us, we'll be able to get it. So the first definition of digital transformation is that digital transformation is the integration of digital technology into all areas of a business. The integration of digital technology into all areas of a business in order to enhance operation and deliver value to customers. 2 things are very important in that definition. Let's say 3 things. First of all, it's an integration of technology, integration of digital technologies. So we look at every area of the business. So let me give you an example. So we say this business has the operations. This business has the marketing side. There is the sales. There is the production. For instance, if it's a production company. If it's not a production company, if it's just service, so we'll say, so there is the service, there is the service execution and all that. So then there's the HR, which is very important. I mean, there's the human resource department. There's finance, there's the finance department. At least, no matter how small it is, whether you are even a one-man business, you will do your accounting. You will know how much you put into something, into raw materials, how much you made at the end of the day. So entire area, all the areas of a business. So it's talking about us integrating digital technology into different areas of the business, right? The purpose of this is so that we can enhance operation. Now, I said we should take note of 3 things. First of all is the integration of digital technology. And then the second thing I want us to take note of is that the purpose of it is to enhance operation. Once a business can enhance operation, you are good to go. Once operation can be enhanced, once operation can be improved, you are in fact, I can say that you are doing well, because that has to be the vision of every business, is to constantly enhance operation. So how can we operate smoother and smoother? How can our operations become more seamless? Because in the place of operation, you have all the moving parts of operations. If one part is not syncing well with the other, for instance, if you're a production company, there has to be supplies, there has to be raw materials that come in. So that means that there is the supply part of your business. If it's not integrating properly with your production, that means you will have issues. You will either be producing late, or you will not be producing well. That's a bit one issue or the other. All right. So to enhance operation and deliver value to customers. Very, very important. Very, very important. In fact, I dare say that on the scale, this is the most important, because no matter how good you have been able to enhance your operations, if you're not delivering value to customers, I mean, you're not doing business yet. Okay, so I'm going to take that first definition again. I think I've tried to explain it enough. Is the integration of digital technologies into all areas of business in order to enhance operation and deliver value to customers. Another definition, right, which is also good, is that digital transformation is the adoption of digital technology by an organization to digitize non-digital products, services, and operations. So the nutshell is that the aim, the goal of digital transformation is to, or when we say digital transformation, is to bring digital technology into a process. So whatever your business is, it is running through a process. Let's even assume that all I'm doing is that I'm trading. It is still a process. So if I'm trading, I'm buying whatever it is I'm trading, I'm buying it from somewhere, and then there's a way for me to now say, oh, I have this thing. Well, so that's where marketing comes in. I have a way to say, okay, maybe I call, or maybe I put it on WhatsApp, maybe I put it on a broadcast group or something. But there's a way I have to, let people know that I have this particular thing, I have this particular product, I have this particular thing available to me, with me, and it's for sale. Okay, so there's a process, and then when the goods are eventually sold, money is retrieved, and so it's a process. So what we're saying is that how can we digitize that process in such a way that it becomes seamless? And one thing I would like to say at this beginning is that don't let us be afraid of digital technology. We can't afford to be afraid of digital technologies, digital transformation. You see, because we are enjoying in this part of the world. Why? Because at this point we can still say, okay, we're being careful. We don't want to. In the more developed areas, they don't have a choice. Everything is digitized. So if you say you want to remain in your regular process, your digitized process, what you're saying in essence is, I want to remain in the backspace of everything. I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be known. I don't want my business to be patronized. That's exactly what you're saying. Because right now, because of the sophistication of the customers, right, nobody is going to start driving around to say they're looking for a particular kind of. All they need is to go on Google. All they need is to go on social media and try to find, okay, so where can I get so and so product, or where can I get so and so service? So you begin to see from there that digital transformation is very important. Okay, so those are the definitions of digital transformation. So what is the goal? The goal for its implementation is to increase value through innovation, invention, customer experience, and efficiency. The goal of its implementation, so which means that the moment you decide to implement digital transformation in your organization or in your business, okay, your goal is to increase value through innovation, through invention, through customer experience, or efficiency. We'll get there. I will explain this as we move on, but let me just quickly pick on one: customer experience. One of the most important things in any business delivery right now is customer experience. In fact, it's getting a lot more interesting talking about customer experience. Let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying that if I am selling shoes, for instance, and another person is selling the same thing, shoes. So customer experience is when customers want to buy from me and when customers want to buy from the other person, how easy is it for them to access either me or that person? So we're selling the same thing, but if it is easier for the customer to access me, if it is easier for them to transact with me, if it is more convenient for them to receive their goods and everything is done seamlessly, they have a good experience. Even if they leave me and go to the second person, or as long as they don't have the best experience with that person, every likelihood is that they will return to me. So that's what customer experience is about. Okay, let's take a short break now. We will continue when we come back. Just a few minutes now.
Actress on the beat. Cause no one knows tomorrow. You know you know tomorrow, my brother. Tomorrow be there make you know there. So better use your head, oh. I beg you no go lose God to my brother. My shady, lie me, my shady, oh, lie. My shady, lie me, my shady, my shady. Every on this every on this
You're welcome back to the Business Alive series on Aloore Radio. We're transmitting from the GSM studio at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi Ibadan. And like we always announce, you can join us on our social media handles. On Facebook, just search for www.facebook.com/Aloore Radio. On YouTube, Aloore Radio. Our website is also www.alooreradio.com, and our mobile number, just in case you want to call in, is 090-3985-3731. 090-3985-3731. So if you've been with us since we started this morning, we're talking on digital transformation, and we have narrowed it down to digital transformation for businesses. And like I said at the beginning, digital transformation does not only have to do with businesses, but for the purpose of our discussion, we have narrowed it down to how businesses can implement digital transformation and why. What are the reasons? What is the purpose? What is the benefits of businesses moving on the train of digital transformation? Okay. So we've been able to define what digital transformation is. And then the reason why, the goal rather for digital transformation. So right now I want us to move on because there's a lot to cover this morning. When we're talking about digital transformation, now this is what I always say, that as a business owner, you don't jump on every train. As a business owner, you don't just do things for the sake of doing it. I know if you have done that in the past, you would have seen what the results are. So I'm saying this for the benefit of people maybe who have just started their businesses, who have not, really had that much experience. Don't just jump on moving trains. You need to first of all find out this thing that is, the talk of town right now, this thing that businesses are implementing right now. How will it impact my own business? What benefit, will my own business derive from it? And if you can honestly answer those questions, you will know whether it is time for you to either implement the same, or whether it's not time for you, or whether you are not even going to implement it at all. You see, because businesses are dynamic, especially depending on the industry in which you're operating and on the scale at which you're operating. So businesses are dynamic. So you don't have to do what you see other businesses do. It doesn't always work. And you need to understand that some businesses have assessed, they have been able to look inwards, and they have found that, oh, we need this, and that's why they're doing it. And for some businesses, they have the money and they can easily, play around with some of these things. But for some of us, you might not have that much of a threshold in terms of finances. So you need to be able to really ask yourself these very pertinent questions. And once you're able to answer, you will know, okay, it's time for us, or we need this. So digital transformation should begin with a problem statement. It should begin with a problem statement. What do I mean by that? So you should be able to ask yourself, as a business owner, why do we need to implement digital transformation at this time? Or do we even need it at this time? Okay, so if we need it, so let me give you an example. So if you have been able to sit down and you've been able to ask yourself that question, it now comes down to, so okay, which areas of this business do we critically need digital transformation at this time? So there has to be a problem statement. You have to be able to come, to that place where you can pinpoint, oh, our marketing, we need digital transformation here. Oh, customer response, we need digital transformation here. We need to be able to, have you seen cases where, as a customer, you try to call in, maybe there's an organization you're transacting with, and they put a number there that you can reach, and you try to reach that number. You call and call and call. For some, the number is not going through. For others, the number is ringing, nobody's speaking. Oh my. Those are some mistakes you should not make as a business owner, no matter the size of your business, even if it's a one-man business. Don't ever make that mistake. Listen, the moment your customers or potential customers are trying to reach you and they can't get through to you, you're already painting a bad picture, a wrong picture to them. Okay? They have not transacted with you, they can't reach you. What if they start transaction with you and you still remain unreachable? I mean, it's a whole lot of negative vibes that you're already giving out the moment you begin to do that. So in that case, some businesses now look at how can we be more efficient, especially when it comes to customer care, or when it comes to even responding to customers, and they begin to think, so how do we need to implement digital transformation here? Do we need to have a dedicated digital transformation process here? So those are the questions you need to ask yourself. So the why of your business or of your business or your organization needs digital transformation. It might be around improving customer experience, just like I just explained. The reason, once you can come up with your reasons, it might be around improving customer experience, reducing friction within your operation process, increasing productivity, or even elevating or increasing profitability. So you need to be able to answer the question. Once you have been able to answer the question and you have come to a conclusion that yes, we need digital transformation at this time, we need it. It is very clear. There's no need to start, beating about the bush. We need it now. It's sometimes it's painful when one is talking like this, because okay, so I'm a business strategist, and then I also work with small businesses and medium scale businesses, and sometimes you see certain experiences. You have certain experiences as a consumer or as a customer, and you're like, what is this? So there's an organization that I was rendering a service. I was consuming their service, and I noticed, over a couple of period of months, that there was friction between their marketing, their technical, and their management sections. So which means that the marketing guys will go on the field, market the business. The technical side guys would come, do the implementation, okay? But there was a lapse between technical and management and marketing and management. So a lot of times we would have reached out to the management, and there will be no communication between management and technical. There will be it was so obvious, it was so bad at some point that eventually we had to leave the service, because they claim that they respond or they deal better on emails, and then you would have sent the email, but nothing will be transmitted to the technical team. And this kept going on and on and on and on and on and on until one day we just got fed up with the service. So I cited that example to help us see that you have to be able to be seamless in your operations. So what happened there was that there was a gap between technical and management. There was a gap between marketing and management. Information flow was hampered, greatly hampered. It wasn't going through at all, which was a very, very, very bad, very bad experience for the users. So you need to be able to, once you're able to now ask yourself and see, okay, we have a problem here. That's one thing that a real business person should be able to do. If there's a problem somewhere, say, be clear, there's a problem here. We can't continue operating like this. We need to change this. We need to work on this. Okay, so now we have agreed, you have come to a point or to a place where you have seen that digital transformation is important. We now need to begin to look at what are the pillars. What should you build your digital transformation on? Because if you don't build it on these pillars, I'll be honest with you, it's just a waste of time, because you will revert to status quo. As long as you are not building it on these pillars, you will go back. Have you seen businesses make an improvement, at some point, and then a few months down the line, they are back to where they were, sometimes even worse. So it's quite important to build your digital transformation on these pillars. And I'm going to be talking about the number one pillar that you're supposed to, that is important for you to build your digital transformation process on, or your digital transformation implementation on. The very first pillar is customer centricity. That's big English. The customer. or customer focus. If the first reason why you're building your implementing digital transformation is because of your customer, is because your attention, your focus is on the customer, then it begins to make, it begins to give you the right perspective. You begin to see an overall best interest. Let me explain it to you this way. As long as you're a business and your focus, your number one focus is not your customers, you are doing the business wrong. No matter what the size of the business is, once your number one focus is not your customers, you are doing the business wrong. And trust me, that business is on its way into oblivion. It's going to go out of it's going to shut down one day, very, very soon. You see, because you need to understand that as a business, you're not an NGO, you're not just giving out money, you're not just rendering service. You are in for the profit. You are in it for the profit. And that money that you call the profit only comes from one source, the customer. So if your focus for digital transformation is not number one, the customer, you're doing it wrong. So the number one pillar that should hold your digital transformation implementation in place should be your focus on the customer. Okay? And then the second thing that can sustain that, because you need to understand that pillars are more like the things that the things, let me call it that sustain or that puts the building in place. So if your digital transformation is going to be successful, these are the pillars you will need to put it on. So number one is the customer. Focus on the customer. Number two, you would have to have what I call a collaborative culture within your establishment. Let me explain this. Your culture, the organizational culture, is what will determine what you do as an organization. It's what will determine your behavior or the way you behave as an organization. So if your culture is our customers are important, our customer is king, then that means that everybody in that organization is thinking in one way. We have to satisfy our customers. So which means that whatever the digital transformation process, whatever everything, it is for one purpose. Everybody understands that we're working together. So marketing is working together with technical. The technical guys are working together with marketing. They're working together with management, all for one purpose. We must satisfy our customers. Once that is in place, your digital transformation process will last. In fact, it will be successful. It will do well. But the moment that is not there, so your collaborative culture, so in every culture, for instance, there are things that are important. There are things that every culture prioritizes. So which means that if it is the moment you have a collaborative culture, right, for your digital transformation, it means that you're prioritizing certain things. First of all, you're collaborating, to make sure that the business is run efficiently in order for the customer to receive value. Then secondly, you're prioritizing the things that should be prioritized. So the people communicating with customers are communicating with that urgency. There is that thing about, look, we have to satisfy our customers. So that is there. And then the third part of that collaborative culture is that things are now broken down clearly, so everybody knows, where and how efficiently to do their own thing. Every department knows that, okay, so this is what is required of me. So we're doing it with all diligence. So right now I'm talking about the pillars. So customer focus or customer centricity, collaborative culture, and the third thing is technology enablement. Let me say this: technology is an enabler. We know that, we have experienced it. Look at the smartphone that we're all now using. That technology has enabled us to be able to do things that we couldn't do a few years ago. I remember a few years ago, if you want to make calls, you would have to go to Nitel. I remember those days of Nitel. You have your Nitel card, which is a prepaid card. You would have bought, units on it. You go and queue up at those Nitel booths. Okay, so you queue up there and you wait until it is your turn. Sometimes you are like 20 people behind, you are like 30 people behind. When it gets to your turn, you then slot in your card, you dial the number and you make the call. But look at what this has done. Everybody, you can pick up my phone right now, dial my number, dial whatever number it is I want to dial, and speak with the person. So this technology has enabled us to be able to reach out to people faster and easier. So technology generally across board is an enabler. Technology enables us to do things a lot more easier and a lot more faster. It grants us the speed to be able to do things better. Okay? I'm sure some people don't understand when I talked about the Nitel thing now. Some people never met it. But that used to be it. So whether it was a local call or international call, you go and queue up and buy the card and then begin to make the calls. But thank God for technology. It has enabled us to be able to do things a lot better. One other area where technology has helped us, even as businesses, okay, is automation. I don't want to get too much into automation. I know that the very idea of automation still scares a lot of people in this part of the world. But it's just that whether we're scared or not, it will come. It will get to us. Full automations will get to us, whether we like it or not. It's a matter of time, and it's a matter of infrastructure. The moment we have the right infrastructure to support automation, it will begin to happen. Okay, let's go on. So we've talked about the pillars on which digital transformation must be built on. Let's now quickly talk also on the blocks, right? The building blocks of digital transformation. First of all is vision. When I say vision, that means that whoever is at the top of the organization must be able to see the future, must be able to see beyond what is happening presently. I said that the challenges, one of the challenges, I don't want to really run ahead of myself, but one of the challenges of digital transformation is the fixed mindset. There's this fear that if we do digital transformation, things, so every of our information will now be automated, things will now be, there's that fear. But as a leader, as a business visionary, if you can see it, you will be able to now understand, how it will affect that business on the long run. Because look at it, if business A and business B are into the same things, they're offering the same product, offering the same services. If business B decides to go digital and business A decides to remain analog, what it means is that give them a few months down the line, business B will become a lot more efficient than business A. And trust me, as a customer, I would rather want to deal with business B. I would rather want to transact, because that means the process is a lot more easier. The process is a lot more seamless, a lot more straightforward. Let me give you an example. So business B and business A, they sell shoes. Let me go back to the shoes. So they both sell shoes. Business A decides our room, our office, where we display our shoes, that's all we want to do. Business B decides we need to build a website. We need to showcase what we are doing, what we have, on the website, And not just that, they go a step further. I can even order right on that website. Not just that, I can order, my order can be delivered right on that website. All right, so I can receive my delivery, and I have not left my house, I have not left my office, I have not left the comfort of where I am. And yet business A is waiting for me to come, to find the time to first of all come into their office, into their store, and then come and see the shoes myself, and then pick it and then go back. Many times it's a lot more difficult. Especially what that means is that business will only be able to cater to customers within that vicinity. Meanwhile, I can be in another state and just click on the website of business B and order, and all I need to do is to pay a little extra for delivery because it is out of state. Very simple. So while business B is doing business and they're doing well, business A will be saying, oh, business is not moving. Meanwhile, people are out there, customers are out there that need what business A is selling. But because business A has decided, look, we're not digitizing, we're just remaining where we are, begins to shortchange themselves. Let's move on. So the vision, change management, leadership and change management is very important. Like I said, it takes a lot of nerve at times for you as a business person to go digital, or for your business to go digital. It takes a lot of, especially if you are of the older generation, not the younger people who are so inclined to technology. If you're an older person, you might find it a bit more difficult because you were not born in technology, you were born in analog, and you've been using analog all your life. So you're wondering, this technology thing, how does it work? Doesn't it have downsides? Doesn't it have a lot of cons instead of pros? Okay, so those are some of the blocks that digital transformation needs to be built on: vision, leadership, change management, technological infrastructure also. Because, for instance, the example I gave, business A and business B, while business A doesn't have any business with a website developer or with anybody that has to, like, business B would have to put that infrastructure in place. And not only that, business B would have to put e-commerce infrastructure in place. Right? Business B will have to look for a way to deliver, logistics, but business A is just there. There's nothing. You don't need to put any infrastructure, but at the same time, it is going to affect your business. Okay, so from there, let's quickly see if we can look at a few benefits of digital transformation. Like I have been saying since the beginning of this session, is that customer satisfaction should be your number one goal, whatever the business you're running. Customer satisfaction must be your number one goal. Your number one goal. If it is your number one goal, then it defines the way you do business. It defines what you will put in place. It defines your reaction to your customers. And a lot of times, your reaction, whether positive or negative, to your customers is what determines whether they become loyal. Because the whole essence of this is for your customer, is for you to be able to enjoy consumer loyalty or customer loyalty, which means that, they have stayed with you. They are not likely to go anywhere. They are likely, they have not just become repeat customers, which means repeat income for you, guaranteed repeat income for you, but they have also now become loyal. And you see, one thing with loyal customers is that they will always tell another person. In fact, they will tell more than one person. Because if I have a good experience transacting business, with your organization, there is the likelihood that I will tell the people around me, the immediate people I come in contact, I'm in touch with, my friends, my family members. There's a likelihood that I will tell them about it. It's just like you go and eat in a new place, in a new buka, and you just enjoy the food so much. That before the end of that day, you're likely to tell at least 2, 3, 4 people. Before the end of that week, you're likely to tell 10 people. Have you tried this place? The food is fantastic. The meat is so good. That's what happens when the customer is satisfied. Okay, so customer satisfaction is one of the benefits of digital transformation, because it's a lot easier, a whole lot easier for the customer to stay with you once they are satisfied. Okay, so another benefit of digital transformation is that it drives data-based insights. What do I mean? In the process of you implementing digital transformation, there will be modalities there for you to gather data. You will be able to know, for instance, if your customers now need to order online, you'll be able to see the data on how they order. For instance, maybe there's a particular time of the month that a lot of orders come in. You'll be able to see that. Oh, okay, so towards the end of the month, a lot of orders come in for this product or for this service. Okay, so you begin to understand that. Okay, so it looks like people usually use this product or this service towards the end of the month. Okay, and then with that, who are the kind of people that are ordering? What's the demography of those ordering this product or this service? What is you'll be able to gather a lot of information which you can now even use in your marketing. Because once you have those information, you can now say, okay, so this is the demographic that orders, and this is about the time they order. And guess what? You can now decide to even implement or intensify your marketing towards that period of the month. So towards that period, maybe let's say is the 28th or the 27th, that you see that between maybe 25th and 29th, there's a lot of transactions, there's a lot of orders coming in. So towards that period, you just intensify your marketing. It's maybe a week to that. You intensify, you go online more, they see you more. So you can do a lot of things with that data. Okay, so it drives data based insights. Yes, another thing we've been talking about, it enables high quality user experience. It encourages collaboration and improves communication. A quick word on that. I went to somewhere recently to purchase a few things, a new store that just opened, and one thing they did was every single customer that walked in, they took their information. I saw that and I loved it so much, because I understood what they were trying to do. They want to be able to communicate with you as their customers. They want to be able to send information to you. If they have new products, they want to be able to communicate that with you. If they have price discounts and things like that, they want to be able to communicate that with you. It goes a whole long way. It goes a long way if a business can do that. And all that comes from data gathering. Okay, another thing that it does is that it limits human error. Once things are digitized, it reduces human error. For instance, if you automate information, if you automate things to go out, maybe there's a particular message you automate to go out at every Tuesday, this information must go out at 10 a.m. or at 9 a.m. Once you digitize it, it just goes. Not that somebody I forgot to send the message. Oh, what do we do? We'll wait till next week. Did you get? So it limits human error, and then lastly, it increases operational efficiency. So let's stop that this morning. But I think you've been able to see one or two things about digital transformation. And as a business, as a small business, I think it's time you start looking at it. It will increase overall your profitability. It will make your business a lot more simple. And listen, digital transformation doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. It doesn't. Just understand that the simple digitizations can lead to big improvement. It doesn't have to be very expensive things. Just look at the little ways by which you can digitize, and it will help your business. Until we come your way again next week Tuesday with another very interesting topic and probably another person coming, to deliver it. Have a very wonderful week, and please start looking in the direction of digital transformation as a small business owner. Till next week, have a wonderful time.
Here we stand as a people with one soul.
We bring you everything from